Well, good day, friends. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully, hopefully the weather is good where you are. Where I am today in Sherwood Park, Alberta, it's pretty sunny and not a lot of sun, but a little bit of a calm look to it out there. So we have a wonderful guest joining us today from. The big city of the city of Edmonton, I think, is where he's at right now, stationed at work there. And thank you so much for taking some time there. But let me just introduce our guests. First of all, again, welcome, and my name is Dune Nguyen. We're going to be hosting this hour and a bit here, where we have our guest joining us, Mr. Adam Kidd. Let me give you a quick introduction of our guest before we have him on to share with us for an hour and a bit here. So Adam Kidd is a filmmaker, editor, and musician with over 20 years of experience in making movies. Now, his Gemini award-winning work runs the gamut of film genre, including feature length, as well as short film and documentary, as well as corporate video and advertising and immersive video, i.e. 360 virtual reality. Now, Adam's work has been featured on CBC, PBS, CPAC, so that's CPAC, and Telus Optic. And it's been presented as far away as Japan and Russia and France. Notable recent work includes Soul on Ice, Seeing Canada, Summer of Smoke, The Skin of the Sky is Burning, and also an immersive rugby experience commissioned for the World Rugby Championships in Japan. Now, his local clients include the City of Edmonton, Syncrude, and the Edmonton International Film Festival, and the Edmonton Music Awards, to name a few. Adam is also a talented singer and a guitar player, and is currently working on material for his first album. And believe me, I have heard this gentleman sing and play guitar. He has a very special groove to his music. So with that brief introduction, folks, man of few words, movie maker, but man of few words, let's join me, folks, in welcoming our guest, Mr. Adam Kidd. And we're going to do a drum roll here, and he's going to come in with a kind of a big movie kind of thing. Hello. How are you, my friend?
Geez, thanks for the intro, dude. It's pretty crazy to hear all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm at work.
You at work,
Been working away this morning already. The life of an editor, let me tell you.
Yeah, you have pressures, you have deadline. I had to have my people call your people, and we have to arrange all this stuff.
Yeah, it's great though. Thank you, Dune. It's good. I don't get an opportunity to talk much about my work. I know we've spent some time on the music side, hanging out with Tony and stuff. That's great, but I guess we've never really talked about work much. So
there you go. So I'm going to be learning a whole bunch now, because you're on an iPad over there, my friend, and built-in mic. If you could snuggle up a little bit, the viewer don't mind. We'll get a little. Don't be shy. You know that commercial from the 80s, get a little closer. Don't be shy. I don't know if remember that. But anyway, just okay. So tell us, maybe fill in the gaps a little bit. Tell us the backstory of how you come to today being, international award winning and all that stuff. Filmmaking. Tell us beyond the bio, my friend.
I just started doing it back in high school, I got the opportunity to just mess with some video stuff, right? They had, because of course I went to Vic, and they've got their TV program there. And so I started messing with it, and I just fell in love with editing, really. And then that sort of, I ended up going to Nate for radio and television, and I got an opportunity with another editor in town. His name is Scott Parker. I got an opportunity to work with him. Really amazing editor. And I just started doing it, and I never stopped. I started my own company back in 2007. And so I've been doing my own thing since then. I had a couple of jobs editing, but then, so I started an editing company. And then since then, I've branched out into sort of doing more shooting and directing as well. And then more recently, this VR stuff. It's actually, planetarium specifically. I do some VR, but most of the work I've done there has been in planetarium work actually, which is pretty neat.
Cool.
So that's a whole new thing. And so I don't know, the video world has changed so much since I started. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So feels like you started it almost at ground floor by the look of
Yeah,
things, you know?
yeah. Tape to tape editing started there. So
There you go. I know at least one of my sons, probably both, at least one of my sons would just love to have your job.
well, let me have we'll have a conversation, and then maybe you might not be quite so sure.
I know every line of work always has their challenges, but the whole they're really into movies and games
Right.
and VR and do all that kind of stuff. So in many ways, you have an ideal job that many certainly the younger generations who are into media very
Yes.
much kind of understand and kind of say, well, I would love to do that if I would have an opportunity.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, the tools are all so much cheaper and more accessible than they've ever been. Right. It happened to music production first, I think. But
mhm.
now the video tools are kind of in everyone's hands, because you got your phones and all the editing software is out there, and it's just a computer these days. It used to be a pile of equipment. So
Yeah, yeah. Michelle, one of our regular viewers, thank you, Michelle, for your support. She says, "Good day, busy day. So a short visit to the ATM. I'll be back tonight to view." So, and here she's jamming in. She says, "My son too." So, I mean, I think a lot of us have sons and daughters who would love the kind of work that you do, my friend. So we're going to be listening with an interested ears for sure. And
yeah,
so tell us more. Uh, Maybe we'll just start from today. Today, obviously, you're very busy with a lot of client work and whatnot. Tell us, has COVID affected you positively,
uh,
negatively, more work, less work? How does that
it,
go?
it's just change. I think there's definitely not as much shooting going on, you
Hmm.
know, but at the same time, there's always something because either it's with stuff people have done previously. I got lucky here just at the beginning of COVID. There's actually a movie that was shot in Edmonton here at the end of the winter. I guess the working title is Christmas Coronation, but it's a Christmas movie that was shot here in Edmonton, and so I'm actually just finishing that up. That's what I've been working on for the past couple of months. So I don't know that will be the final title. I don't know where it will be shown yet, but we're just finishing up the work on that, so it's kind of fun.
So you're part of the editing team there too?
Yeah, well, actually, I've been post managing it and doing the editing, and then so now it's in the color. We're doing color correction and post sound right now.
So post managing, for those who don't know, and maybe that includes me, that would mean anything that's post shooting. Is that right?
Yeah,
Post production?
somewhat, and you're working with the camera crew too, just to make sure that it all technically falls
Sure.
together, because
Yeah.
it was a multi-camera shoot, and
Yeah.
so that becomes yet another thing because you're having to sync. So there'd be three system. It'd be two cameras and an audio recordist, right?
Yeah. So there you go, folks. Quentin Tarantino, watch out. There's this kid. I mean, Mr. Kid. Mr. Kid. This Mr. Kid from Edmonton, Alberta, is going to come after you, my friend,
Oh, not
Sir
yet.
Quentin.
I hope to write a movie one day, but maybe
Well, to be editing movies are pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
awesome. So for our viewers who might have missed that, he's editing one of the movies he's editing right now is actually a Christmas movie shot in Edmonton, I would presume.
yes, that's right.
Cool.
Yeah, just at the end of the just before the pandemic, I guess they were
Oh,
finishing it
cool.
up.
I know a little while back, probably 15, 20 years now, but maybe 20 years. But remember that movie with Snow, was it Bill Murray?
Yes,
I want to say in Edmonton, Bonnie Doon Hall,
yeah, there was a movie. Man, there's a few Christmas movies
Snow
shot
Day.
here. Snow Day. Yeah, totally. I remember that.
I
Absolutely.
We lived half a block from the Bonnie Doon Hall, so we were in the middle of that there. We didn't become an extra or anything like that, but
So it seems to always be a Christmas movie. There's been other things shot here. I believe I want to say part of Superman, the original Superman. Oh, maybe that was Calgary. I believe
cool.
part of that. I don't know. There's been some interesting movies shot in Alberta for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's get maybe tell me which of these to show. I can actually very much show you the show our viewers the list of things that we have to kind of bit of a show and tell. Tell me which one to show first, though. But I'm
Well,
going to go.
I don't know. The one off the top is just a demo of my editing work. That's what's on my website there. But if you want to get into more specifics,
No,
whatever you want.
we'll start with that. We'll start with
Sure.
limbo. We'll be in limbo, and then we'll go somewhere else. Tell us about limbo.
Yeah, Limbo. So that's the company I started back in 2007, and I've got an office here on White Avenue,
Mm-hmm.
and so I've done a lot of different editing, for a lot of different people, and so of course every editor needs a demo reel, so that's what this one's about. It's just a bit of editing for you.
You know what? I'm going to treasure this title with in my heart. Here's some famous movie maker with famous movie clips, international award winning, and he give me a playlist and he calls it Dune Show. I have made the big time. I have made the big time. So let me play this first clip here. So let me know if you can hear the sound, and if you have any sound trouble, let me know. But go ahead and play it here. Hold on. We made it quiet because we were testing out talking over. But let me just start the video in full volume here, my friend. And let me get rid of that conversation with Dune and Friends, because now people know. So let's see the video. I'd hire you right on the spot, my friend. Do you have a sort of a fellow musician rate?
Hey, it's always a negotiation.
There you go. You should know I teach negotiation, but then just because you teach it doesn't mean you know it, right?
That's true.
Those who teach it needs to learn it the most, they say.
I see. Well, teaching is a good way to learn something. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. Now, so do you still have that office on White Avenue there, or did you move, or you scaled down?
I'm still here. Yeah, it's it's tough to keep it up, but it's working out so far. So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. So tell us some more stuff. We're going to show a lot of awesome clips. So for our viewers out there, strap on your seatbelts. We have some fantastic, fabulous, I would say, state-of-the-art clips that we're going to share with you.
If you do want to look at that stuff, it's really interesting. I'll say that was my highlight of the last year, was working on this rugby thing for the World Rugby Championships in Japan.
You bet.
And so what they came to us, so it was an ad agency in Japan, came at us with this idea to put up a planetarium, like a portable planetarium, at one of the sites in Japan at the World Rugby Championships. And so we made a movie that's supposed to be sort of an educational movie or an experience. And so we had to shoot 2 complete rugby teams on green screen and put them into the planetarium. So it's like a spherical experience. And so
is this the one here, Adam?
No. So it's near the top there. It's 2019 GSCA.
Okay.
Yeah. They're right there. So what that is, I can't show you the actual film, but there's the behind the scenes there. And so you kind of get a taste of what we created. So that there is the little dome that they put it in. But we also did a test. We did some testing here at the planetarium here in Edmonton, which is, I believe right now, the highest resolution display in North America, I think, which is pretty incredible. It's a 10K dome here in Edmonton. I did send you a couple of pictures there, Dune.
Yeah.
of it displayed at the planetarium here in Edmonton.
Yeah, yeah, I'll pull that up as well. So, but before I do that, maybe let me just roll the clip here first.
Sure.
So,
There's not much audio in it, and so basically, this is a behind the scenes look at how we made this thing. And so it's a combination of the players on green screen, and all the backgrounds are animated. And so if you
you bet.
imagine we piece together these teams like 2 players at a time, kind of, and place them in 3D space, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
pretty crazy. So yeah.
While I roll it, feel free to talk over it. Use your outside voice to talk over it if you like.
Yes. Well, I hope so. Yeah, you can hear me okay, I hope. Yeah, so that's the sphere there. You can see the top half of a sphere. So it ends up like a circle, and that goes on the ceiling. And here we are dropping in from outer space down onto the field. And yeah, this is at Global Studios here. Yeah, we shot it all on red cam. We had a couple of post-production suites on location. There's a red cam with a very wide lens. And here we built a green screen tent here, actually. So for the specific shot, it's called the Scrum, and we got right underneath all these guys. That's the planetarium at Edmonton there, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So, short story there about rugby.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You have now. I used to have this pretty good ranking for you on the cool meter. You have went up about 3 levels beyond that, my friend.
Oh, come on. But that was a lot of work, man. That's any of that 3D stuff. Those guys, I can't imagine. Like I haven't done that much of it, but man, the guys who do all the 3D effects and stuff, that is so crazy.
Yeah. Now you said that there's some photos. We might as well show them quickly now. You got 4 or 5 photos. Is that right?
Yeah.
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 So
there's just a few there.
yeah. So if I go ahead and do that, we can see the photos here. Now they're a little bit small, so I'm going to.
Yeah. So, but just for an example, the one on the far right there, that was a pre-production still of the concept.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. So I'll open them and show them a bit more later. But let's hear from you a bit more while I do that, my friend. So when you do this kind of a work, is it a sort of give us a sense before we'll go there though. You did mention the term red camera, and I don't know if people know what that means.
It's a brand of camera. So I guess people associate red cam. It's a high quality camera. Lots of movies are shot on those cameras, but mostly it's got a very large sensor. And so for some of these shots, we used a really, really wide angle lens to capture all of that information, where basically the entire top half of the sphere is a singular camera pointing straight up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't see my finger. Straight up. And so you end up with seeing the entire top half at least 180 degrees. I think it was more like 190 or more.
Right.
Cool. Maybe even 200 degrees looking straight up.
Wow.
And so that's still there. That is a pre-production still of the first animated backgrounds without any textures in it, and then just stills. And so we tried putting people into the background.
Cool.
But
we have our friends here chiming in some more. So let me just say here, Michelle says, have a good day. She's going to watch the rest of it later when she's come back from her trip there. And Lawrence, our friend Lawrence Johnson says, looking good there, Adam. Great seeing your work. So yeah, very cool stuff. You have a little wave here. Would you like me to play that?
Oh, that's a song. If you want to play this, I don't know. So that's the only song that I've got that I figure I'm willing to share at this point, but it's a real silly one.
It's your show, my friend. So let me just clear the screen here. While I'm playing the song, I'm going to have you sort of back here like this so we can see you reacting to this song because it's just audio only, right? So here we go.
Okay.
Audio only. And this is this good.
One you might all relate to at home if you're stuck at home.
Can you hear it?
I'm on on laundry. Gotta wash my reds. Gotta rinse my dreads. 'Cause I'm all laundry today. Power drive. Power drive. Power drive. Power drive. Don't wash the denim. Don't wash the denim. Don't wash the denim. Don't stop the momentum. Stop the momentum. Like a whole new man. On my clean, clean clothes. That's how I roll. Laundry. I'm on laundry. There you go.
It's probably good for our sons if they happen to watch this in light of all the creative things that you were showing there, to learn that even cool guys like you do laundry is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, well, maybe it's a little bit. I should be doing a little more laundry. You know?
Was that a fictional song, or was it
Oh,
a
I don't know.
non-fiction song?
It just kind of fell out, you know. Like sometimes you're just, oh man, it happens so fast sometimes, and
Yeah.
you know, it's all about having fun, right?
Yeah.
So,
Cool. Well,
yeah.
that almost looks like a camera lens there, the way I have it right now.
Oh, yeah, but that you can see the seating below. It may just be a little bit dark, but that's a wide shot of the actual screen there in the planetarium.
Yeah, cool. Well, let's take a look at another video and then tell us the story that's behind that other video. We're going to go back to, again, I'm just going to go back so I can see this Dune show, kind of in the, as you title this playlist for me, I'm just going to go back to that. Tell me which one of these you like to.
Well, I mean, do you know Audrey Ochoa?
Absolutely. She's an awesome trombone player. Oh, just fantastic. Energetic.
And so I've done a series of videos for her, actually. So I've shot and edited them. This one here is really cool. So with my friend David Barron, we shot her at the Yardbird live, but we shot it on 16 millimeter film. And so we ran a whole roll on 2 cameras, so which is about 10 minutes long. So we just rolled, and that was it. And she played 2 songs. The second one isn't out yet, but this one here is cut together. So 2 rolls of 16 millimeter film.
See, now I can tell that I actually know somebody who still used 16 millimeter film. I mean, I thought we were all digital and never to be back. No,
it is so cool. Film is so cool, and there's nothing you can do. You can't fake it. And then as a result, so you can see on the left there, you can see the second camera there. I've lined up as a series of frames in order. And you can actually see the sprockets and the key codes that are printed on the film there actually go by.
Yeah, I see the sprockets here.
Yeah. So throughout it, you'll see that, and that's an actual scan. The whole negative has been scanned.
Right? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So as a performer, when somebody tells you, I'm going to use real film on you, you're like, I better practice beforehand.
Yeah, well, because you only get one shot. I mean, it was 2 songs, and we're developing the film. So
this is no iPhone phenomenon. So let's take a listen. It's 5 minutes and something. We can watch the whole thing. We can tell me when to sort of fade it out. Feel free.
I suppose it's up to you, because I really enjoy it, but it's also a long song. So
no.
But Audrey deserves it too. She's incredible.
Let's play the whole song. We've just decided right now. See, we just negotiated very, subtly, but we negotiated. Let's play the whole song. Let's enjoy it. Okay. Can you hear it?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Wow, wow, wow. Now let me get the name correctly. I'm just gonna pull it up here. Tell me if I get this wrong.
The
Is that
name
the correct spelling?
of which? Where are you?
Um, I shared a little thing on screen there. Audrey's name, Audrey. Okay,
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So that's
perfect.
so. Oh man, she is so amazing. And that's Mike Lent on bass and Sandro Dominelli on drums. And Harry Gregg did the recording and the mix. Or I
Wow.
believe actually the recording I believe was done by the person at the Yardbird.
Mm,
Oh man, I feel bad because I can't remember. I just talked to him too.
mm.
But anyway, but Harry Gregg did the mixing, and David Barron. Those are David Barron's cameras. He was amazing that he sort of lended a hand. He really helped us out to do that. That was actually shot with the same kind of 16 millimeter cameras that would have been shooting. You know, you would have seen the Beatles shot on those.
Oh
Same,
wow.
same idea, 4:3, not widescreen, right? It's a
Hmm.
4:3 picture, a little box, which is totally different when you're shooting. It's not widescreen, right? It's like a square,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is really different. So
the,
anyway,
the
big
things we
fun,
get attached to as we get older.
yeah.
Kids, this will happen to you too one day. You'll be talking about the good old 16 by 9 days.
Oh, geez, right? Yeah, there you go. I don't know.
Hey, Mr. Jamie Kidd chimed in here. Says, "Too cool, Adam. Tell us about this person with the same last name as you."
That's my dad.
Oh, there you
He's
go.
also my dad is actually a location sound guy.
Ah,
So he's involved in film as well. Also a fellow musician, although he hasn't played in a while. But he's a Hammond player. He also recorded a bunch of records for lots of different people in Alberta. Actually, amazing guy. My dad. I don't. He doesn't get enough credit. That
hmm.
guy for what he's done.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And thank you, Mr. Jamie Kidd, for joining us and for commenting and chiming in. And yeah, just an invitation to our guests out there. If you have any thoughts at all that you like to share with Adam and the folks here, feel free to do that. And we'll have Adam respond to your thoughts. And so that's fantastic. So do you do a lot of music kind of video like that, or is that
I
a
have.
rare thing?
I do. I really enjoy the live stuff a lot more than music videos. I didn't include many. Oh, actually, in terms of music video like stuff, the two things that I've shared with you there are the each year I've done all of the presentation graphics and video and sort of like intro video work and stuff for the Edmonton Music Awards. So that's been as a volunteer. I've done that since the beginning.
Yeah.
And this year, actually, they had to cancel it this year. I guess next year they're going to do double the number of entries or something. I don't know how it's going to go,
Right,
but
right. Next year will
but
be
anyway.
makeup year. Yeah.
But I got to do some really cool video work that everyone gets to see in the theater, which is really exciting because it's such a big place. They're doing it. They do it at the at the Windspear each year now, which is
Cool.
incredible.
Cool. Hey, tell us which video you like to queue up.
Well,
And
so there's a couple there. So we did one on green screen there. That was the one there with Crystal in the foreground. And then the one with the cat in the air there, we did on a really high speed camera, which is really cool. Maybe we should show that one. That's another interesting idea. So basically,
I'm looking for the cat in the air.
right there on the right. There you go.
Oh, that's
a
of
cat in the
course.
middle of the air. It's hard to see.
There you
It's pretty
go.
funny. But
It's
so
a super cat.
We shot this with a super high speed camera out the side door of a minivan as we drove by, and so it's one shot.
Oh, jeez. Who thinks of these ideas? You guys are like, oh, we're bored with kind of, proper shots that, whatever. We're going to try something.
That's my, and in the red there, that's my brother in the red there.
Okay, cool.
So this is a funny one, but you should watch that one. It's pretty cool. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And let's go ahead and now press play here.
Looking for tonight underneath these city lights. Leave the comfort of your home. Now you're out there on your own. You're just trying to get it right.
Yeah, so that one was really, really fun, man. That was such fun. It was like getting everybody to do their thing at the right time,
Yeah. Well, it's like herding cats, but in this case, really hurting cats.
That's a good one there.
Hey, I've taken some comedy lessons before in business.
Really?
Actually, it's true. I actually I think it was in Winnipeg one year. So we have these speakers convention every year I go to for the last 10 years. And one year I took a full day workshop with 3 comedians on how to bring more fun into your, workshops and speaking.
Really?
And they sold DVDs. I bought them. They sold workbooks. I bought them and worked through them. And I actually worked through these things.
Crazy. That's kind of cool. I like that idea.
Yeah. So, again, your cool factor. I know Mr. Tony Ruffo has mentioned to us a number of times that Adam's a really cool guy. Well, I think Tony might have underestimated or understated a little bit there, my friend. So this is cool stuff. You got music, you've got words, you've got planetarium, you've got movies, you've got, old film. And we're not even halfway through yet, my friend. Let's.
Well, I know it's all about movie clips here. I guess. I mean, I've got a couple more. There's a couple of serious ones here that are kind of interesting. This greatest auto race here. This is a documentary. Actually, is one I did it after I first started my company, but it's still one of the most amazing things I've ever worked on. This A guy, Michael Ham, who owns Frame 30 Productions here in Edmonton, made a movie, and it's about in 1918, there was a car race from New York, Buffalo, New York to Moscow. And he made a movie about it, and it's absolutely incredible. The story and what happened, absolutely incredible. There's actually a really bizarre story about that. The winner of the race was a German driver, and he had copied an American mustache style and took it back to Germany with him as the winner of this race. and guess who copied it?
Who?
Hitler.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so the Hitler mustache style was an American mustache style copied by the winner of this car race in 1918.
Right. Tell me the video clip here. Which one?
It says greatest auto race there. Up one.
Perfect.
There you go. So that's a pretty cool thing. So this is in 1918. These are all real photographs from the time. Pretty amazing. And then they built models of the cars. They built them. Right, rebuilt they in that like as film cars essentially. Yeah. But then all of the photographs are all real from the time. It's actually pretty incredible.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. You know, with all the excitement and all the different interests you have, keep using that excited voice, because the iPad will be able to pick up your full volume.
Okay.
There, my friend.
Well, I hope you can hear me. I'm sorry it's not louder.
Just project as if you're so excited, and you are. So let's play here.
On February 12, 1908, an event began that would challenge the spirits of 17 men, the endurance of 6 automobiles, and bring together 4 countries like never before or since. Across America, over Japan, through Siberia, Mongolia, Mother Russia, Germany, and on to the finish line in Paris. This race pitted man and machine against the 2 fiercest challengers of all, nature and themselves. Germany, Italy, France, and America all had entries in the race, but only 1 car and 3 men would capture the winning trophy. In 100 years, this remarkable feat has never been repeated, making it the greatest auto race on Earth. These men pushed their vehicles and themselves to the limits. Some called themselves aristocrats and sportsmen. A few were mechanics, and a number were out-and-out adventurers. Their motivation for taking on the challenge is as varied as their personalities. Fame, fortune, and the thrill of being the first to circumnavigate the globe in a horseless carriage. 1908 was a time of innocence and wide-eyed belief that anything was possible. After the race, American President Teddy Roosevelt said, "I like people who do something, not the good man who stays at home." The greatest auto race on Earth captures that enthusiasm and reminds the world to dream. Dream big.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So there was a lot of help on that one. Kim Clegg at Rack Creek Design did a bunch of the graphic work on that and the crazy maps.
Yeah.
Stuff, and then that whole film was shot on film again. That's Michael Ham's thing, and so pretty incredible. A lot of work went into that movie. So
yeah,
pretty amazing story. I got the date wrong, 1908. Of course it is, because before the war. So pretty amazing.
Wow, fantastic. One of our actually fairly regular viewers here, Janet Clower, says here from a little while ago in the broadcast, she says, "Great work, Adam, and love your music." So
yeah, well, I know that seems to be the people that know me here from Tony's Jam, been seeing the music and stuff. I hope to get out and play live soon again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. So pausing for a moment to kind of let me ask you a question of where do you see your career, business, filmmaking, and music
Yeah.
in the next few years? Do you have some exciting
It's tough.
visions that are really kind of cool that you are ready to share, or is it all big secret, top secret at the moment?
In terms of the music, it's a bit top secret because I think it's still a bit of discovery for me, and I want to make sure that it's right. It means a lot. I've been wanting to do a record for a long, long time, and so, man, songwriting is a big journey for me. And honestly, I actually haven't been singing all that long. I played a lot of guitar and I played a lot of bass. I used to play with the Jay Gilday band. Did that for a number of years, and before that with various other people. But to do my own music is a whole new adventure, and so that's the most exciting thing for me in terms of my life. I've been editing for a long time, but I haven't done a record, and so
Yeah.
that's the thing. And then work, I don't know, it's changing so rapidly, and we'll see. The internet is just exploding with video, and so I hope that in Edmonton here specifically, because I foresee myself staying here. I think that Edmonton's an amazing place. And there's a lot of amazing, talented people here. I hope that we can do more film work here,
Yeah. Cool.
That would be my dream, is to see that happen here. I think that we've got all the people here. So
Right. So any desire to learn other musical instruments that you
I'm a bass player, I'm a guitar player, I play a bit of keys, but I don't know. I don't play. I jammed with a trumpet player the other day, and that was very interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think my focus is on guitar right now. So.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
And and you're awesome at it as well. So tell us, back to some of these videos here. I'm going to bring it back in again, my friend, and we're going to have you cherry pick here. And frankly, we can play all of them if you like, and
Sure,
we can fade
I'll,
out along the way. So I'm going to bring it back in here. And with all these awesome videos here, I'm just gonna say Dune Show, how you named the playlist Dune Show. I'll just show that again, folks. Somehow these videos are associated with Dune. Anyway, tell us, where would you like to go next?
Well, in the same vein, because I guess I just put in a variety of things, and so there is one more documentary trailer there. It's called Plutocrats, and I guess I'm featuring some of the people that I work with the most here too. So Plutocrats was directed by Tom Radford here, who's a documentary filmmaker in Edmonton. He's been making movies since the 70s. And so this one was done a few years ago, but it's basically about the super rich people in this world. And it takes a big look at all of that from a unique perspective, because I believe Chrystia Freeland was a big part of this movie before she was elected. And so that made it very interesting, because she knows about a lot of very important people in New York and in Russia and in the Ukraine and places like that. And so it's very interesting to see all these rich people get together and kind of decide the fate of the world, because I think that's really how it goes. Yeah. And so that's what that movie is about. And so you can watch the trailer there if you want. But we made a documentary about it. It played on CBC. I'm not sure it's played as much as it should, because I think it's so relevant right now. But and I know we said we wouldn't talk politics, but I don't know. This one really hits close to home for me, because I think people don't really understand that how rich these people really are.
Yeah. Hey, was it intentional that it's exactly 1 minute? Was that?
Yes, that's a 1 minute trailer. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Now, is that a typical format for you say 1 minute trailer as if that's just A, B, C, high, medium, small, medium, large kind of thing?
Yeah, like I'd say commercials typically, right? It's a 15, a 30, or a 60. I mean, it's very rare you're going to see a 2 minute long commercial anymore. I know they used to make those.
Yeah.
Right. But a lot of times you're watching 15-second ads, even 5-second ads now. So
cool.
This is the 1 minute version.
There we go.
An oligarchic elite that is pulling down obscene amounts of money.
They have so much money and so much influence, they can fix the game.
All of them must go to jail.
Shut the hell up. No, I would not shut the hell up. No, I won't.
Out.
They've really made war on the working class, and they're winning.
ExxonMobil, at one point, is making up to $1 billion a day.
If you don't have a seat at the table, is because you're probably on the menu.
So we have a plutocracy trying to pretend that it is still a democracy.
Yeah. Hello. Sorry, there's someone at the door here, Dune.
Oh, you bet. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm on a thing. Yep. No problem. Thanks, Caleb.
You know what? Being wanted is a good thing. Being wanted is a good thing. Even when you're in your own office space, of your own office
I know.
building, and you close your door,
Yeah.
presumably the boss, people still bug you.
Yeah, well, it's okay. It's a busy day, just like every other day. So I'm taking a little time out here, Dune. Thanks
Yeah,
for
no,
having me.
I said that jokingly, but seriously though, you're busy fellow, still making time for music, which I respect, because at one time I actually cut out music for 11 years and then got smartened up in about 41 years old, and so I've been kind of almost making up for lost time in the last number of years here. But I'm glad you're able to make time for music, even though you're very busy.
Yeah, busy with work and family and everything. So
tell us, do you have children, kids?
I do. So I have a 17-year-old daughter, Ayla.
Whoa! I thought you're younger than that. You look like you could be like in your 20s. No.
And then my partner Kendra and I just had a baby girl, Matilda, and so she is almost a year old, and she just took her first steps last weekend. So
yeah, of course. Here's a film editor, film movie maker, Matilda as a name. Cool.
Well, it suits her, so yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And let's hear. I'm gonna pull up another video soon here.
Oh man.
Yeah. Are you having fun, Adam?
I am. It's great. Thanks for sharing all my work. That's amazing.
Yeah, cool. Well, it's amazing. So tell us maybe a bit more about your business. You started that 2007, I thought I heard, right?
That's right.
2007. And so, wow, it's like 13 years or so now. And how has it evolved over the years? If you don't mind, give us a synopsis.
Well, I mean, since I started my business, maybe it hasn't been quite so much, but since I started editing, certainly. I want to say when I first started, it was Avids. We were working on Avids, and that is all Macintosh-based computers at that time. And, the computers couldn't even capture uncompressed standard definition video. And so we had to do the edit, and then we would actually, to finish it, you'd actually still go back and edit the tape to tape. And that's how you'd finish it, right? Or if you were going to finish it, it was just a little low res or whatever, right? And so now it's all 4K video,
Wow.
Which is unreal that it just works on a computer. It's amazing.
That's all space-age technology to me still. I remember the what do they call it? Four-tone scanner. That was four tones of gray. You remember those things?
Wow.
You had to hold like this, and you pull it over a piece of paper, and all you get is 4 tones of gray. Well, I remember the wonderful day when we upgrade from 4 tones to 32 tones of gray. That was an awesome day.
Well, you'll see. So you saw the picture of the hand in that demo there, or on my website. The picture of the hand. That's my hand on top of a flatbed scanner.
Okay,
That's how I did that. So.
Well, let me bring up your website before we forget. So tell us the website address. I'm going to punch it in here.
Yeah, it's limboediting.com.
Okay, let's see if we can. And through the power of the internet, this has been brought to you by...
there you go.
Take us for a quick 1-minute tour of this thing here, if you like, or 2 if you want.
It's just simple. There's just some samples of my work on there and things. But you'll see that's the hand I was talking about. I took that with a flatbed scanner, which is actually just a camera, if you think about it.
Yeah.
And really high resolution one. And so if you want to make some interesting art, do it on top of a flatbed scanner. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, cool.
So there's some of my work is up there. Some of it's the stuff you've seen, some of it isn't. And there's just a bit about me. I probably need to update it, just as everybody does. But yeah.
Cool. So thank you for sharing that. So in terms of the, let's see here, we got very cool.
I should take a look.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I got some neat design work going on there with a bit of 3D and the sliced design. So that's a bit of work I did as well. And
yeah. And there's the work that you have been involved. So tell us.
And there's a better still. So there's that's another example of another film we did that in the planetarium there behind it.
Yeah. I want us to.
Oh, that one's really cool, actually. There's that is a music video there. Paul Brandt, I cut a music video Paul Brandt did. That was really neat. That's another long one, but that was really great. My friend Ryan Jackson actually shot it, and it was a part of a project for the Edmonton Journal, actually.
Yeah.
Turned out great. Amazing songwriter.
This looks like it could be a Tim Hortons commercial.
It's really great. If you want to watch it, it's amazing.
Where were you at 5 a.m. waking up to catch a dream? In the dark and the cold, cranking up the car heat. Where were you when those warm winds blew across that prairie sky? Stick on a pond and blades digging in the eyes. Oh, I was there, I was scoring on the wraparound. I was there, I was knocking you to the ground. I was you, get back up, gotta give her, gotta get her done. I was a locker room prayer when you couldn't find the words. I was in your heart, yeah, all over the world. That's where hockey starts. You show up, game on like a breath on the winter air. I was there. Where were you when all those driveway dreams finally started coming true? And people around the world are watching from the living rooms. And where were you at center ice? Game time goal on your mind. In a moment like that, with everything on the line. Oh, I was there, I was blocking that slap shot down. I was there, I was knocking you to the ground. I was you, get back up, gotta give her, gotta get it done. Ooh, I was a locker room prayer when you couldn't find the words. I was in your heart, yeah, all over the world. That's where hockey starts. You show up, game on like a breath on the winter air. I was
It's awesome when you just look on your website and you say, oh, by the way, there's this cool video and here's this fantastic video. And I guess, again, I would say that in your line of work, you get to hang around with a lot of awesome people capturing awesome moments and editing it and making them into memories. You're making memorable moments into memory that can be retained and captured.
Yeah, that was a really great project. They featured all of the people in that video were featured in the paper after that. So really neat. I thought that was a really neat thing that Journal did, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So now I want you to maybe talk about that really cool 3D video, folks. Not 3D photos, but 3D photos. Sounds so like 2019. We're talking about 3D videos here. Perhaps give us a bit of an intro of that before we get onto that.
Why don't you? Okay, so the one that I've got up there that you can play is one. It's called Special Places, and we did it. My friend Don Hill, who's a very, very interesting guy, had this story that he'd been working on, based around sort of an indigenous. I want to call it almost like a spiritual. It's an indigenous spiritual experience, I want to say.
What's the title of that video so I can
It's
get it
called
ready?
Special Places. It's the last one on the list on that
Got
page.
it. Yeah.
And so if you bring that up, you can actually pan around in there. It's a much slower paced thing, but you'll get an idea of what that was sort of the beginnings of experimenting with planetarium production and real shots. And so I actually sent you a picture, I think, of the camera that we shot this with. Maybe did I send you a picture of that?
I don't remember seeing it, but we've been both pretty busy. So if you sent it, I will pull it up. But maybe I'll play the video here first.
I don't think I did. But basically, this is all shot for real with a real camera in real time, and it's fairly slow. It's supposed to be a bit of a meditative experience, and there's a few surprises in there, but it's really cool when you put on the goggles and you watch it. That's what it's meant for, is to be able to, you put on goggles and the sound is all binaural audio. And so it was all recorded with microphones that go inside your ears, actually. And so it sounds the way that it would sound if you were actually there, right?
Oh,
that's the idea. There's a bit of enhancement, but it's a really, really incredible thing if you put the goggles on and see it.
So this is virtual reality on steroids here, my friend, especially if you put the goggles on.
Oh, it's an amazing. And also it's odd, but it seems to really work well to do things slowly when you're inside of it like that, because it just feels like you're standing there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Why, you know what they say in music, right? They didn't call Mr. Clapton fast hand. They call him slow hand for some reason, right?
Yes. There you go.
I don't know if that's why. But anyway, here we go. 3D. No, I shouldn't say that. I'm going to say, what is it? 3D movable. You can move yourself.
It's 360. Yeah.
360. There you go. I got to get the terminology straight. Here we go. So as it plays, I, as a viewer, whether it's my goggles or not, I can actually move around. Right?
Yep.
So here it is. All right. I can go like that. And this video, I go like that. And oh, hold on. Look up the sky for a moment. And so I guess the way it works is it moves you along, but then within those parameters, you can look around, kind of just
yeah.
Well,
and different players you can move in and out as well. And
our people used to come and get visions.
Yeah, those mountains there are actually in the United States. That's the Canadian-American border there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which state is it? Just down?
This is in southern Alberta.
Alberta, cool.
They did use for.
I can even look down.
Yeah.
Being able
You'll see,
to forecast
there's a hole in the bottom of it.
Certain things.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So as I say, as it goes along, it gets a little bit more interesting. But it's a very slow moving.
You should make it so that when I click on that bottom there, you go to China, just right there. A little bit of earth crust as well thrown in. That'd be cool.
Oh, where's the next shot? It's a long one.
Very cool. Oh, is it some objects in the sky? Maybe it's
it's a stitching error, actually.
Okay, cool. So very cool. So again, if you had your goggles on, this would be awesome.
Yeah. Well, skip ahead a little bit. Go near the end there. You go near the end. There's some more interesting shots. It's pretty neat.
Yeah. Like about this far?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as the video is playing, I can hear the sound and I can pan around. Curious what's behind me.
Yeah. And at the end here is a beautiful night time lapse that actually the stars come out and everything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
This would be awesome if you had 1,000 guitars playing all around you, and you can look around and you see a Gibson and a Fender and some PRSs.
It would be very interesting to try to do some music like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you just wait for a second here, and you'll see the stars. Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
It's a very calming experience.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So is that done with multiple cameras all at once, sort of firing?
Yep.
Or
It's a total of 6 cameras, all in an array, basically,
Right.
like a circular array.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a speakers array, but just kidding.
Yeah. So that one, I say it's hard to experience this way, but in the goggles, it's a really amazing thing. We took it to a various planetarium festivals.
Yeah.
And got really good feedback and stuff. Not a lot of people are doing really high resolution 360 video. So.
Yeah. This is very cool indeed. 4K. See right there.
The master is actually 8K on that one.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I was just showing here when I click on here, it says 4K right here. Is how it is on this YouTube scenario. Very cool. So tell us in terms of if you think about, do you have a team that's working with you at your company? Or you?
I generally just sort of work with different people, and so there's I've got some people I work with all the time, and some people that I work with occasionally, and so it depends on the project, you know. So with this 360 stuff, my friend Ryan Jackson at Full Circle Visuals, he's the guy behind all the tech that went into shooting that, and Sam Brooks, he's a really good friend of mine. So the three of us we've done all of the 360 work together, I guess. And then you know, some of the things I shoot, some of the things people come to me, they used to drop a stack of tapes on my desk, but these days it's a hard drive, and so make something out of it, you know. So.
It sounds a lot like some photographers I know. They do a lot of independent work, and then quite often they would collaborate with multiple photographers on different things. And it sounds like you're in that same world of collaboration.
Yeah, well, it allows you to experience, you know, that you can make a lot of different things that way instead of always working with the same people. And so, you know, and that's the world we're in right now. It used to be there were bigger organizations where there were lots of people. The post houses used to be bigger, you know, when they had to do a lot of tape dubbing and that kind of stuff. Yeah. But it's just a different world now, you know.
Yeah.
So occasionally I've got a couple of other editors that I will hire to help out with bigger projects and things, or the production will just involve other people as well. It depends on what's going on.
Yeah. So I hope that you can keep your door closed a bit longer, my friend. Let's continue this conversation. I don't have a specific client meeting until later on, and so I would love to extend it if you're game. Are we good with that?
I have a you know, I got another 15 minutes or so.
Cool.
If you're up for it.
You bet.
I could. There is one more video of me playing some music. It's I'm not sure there is much of me playing music, so you might want to see that one. That's kind of cool for the people who are into that.
Yeah, which one is that?
It says the EIFF sponsor reel there, 2016.
Oh, there you go.
So that one we set up on top of not that one there, Dune.
Okay, yeah, I'll come back.
Yeah. If you go up. It should so
there you go.
There that one. So we set up. So that's my friend Evan and I, and we're playing live. They're up on top of the parkade, and that's when they were building the arena. And so the entirety of downtown there is lit up in their crazy work lights. And so I was like, that looks like a pre-lit set to me. So
you were like christening the whatever they call it when it comes to boats and whatnot. It's not even ready, my friend.
Right, I know, but it was so cool. I was just like, oh, we got to shoot something up there. So so we did that, and then this is what would play before the movies at the film festival that year. It would come up, and it had all the sponsors of the festival, of course. But so pretty cool.
Yeah,
so that's my friend Evan and I. We play a lot together, and I'm sure you'll hear more.
So let me hear this. You had lots of fun. It was crazy sort of idea.
Yeah.
You have footage, that capture that goes into some pretty big things like Edmonton International Film Festival, and you might have even gotten paid for it.
This one I didn't, but they've definitely helped me out. The festival has been really great to me. So
Cool.
I think amazing organization, and there's so many amazing films that play every year at the festival. I think it's really underrated that way. It's tough because it's just a movie, and people don't, the independents don't get the same kind of promotion as the big movies, and there's a lot of them, especially the short films. Man, amazing.
You bet. I understand. And being a speaker, belonging to a speakers association, oftentimes we would give back to our association, if you will. You probably feel a similar way with this Edmonton International Film Festival.
Well,
here.
that and the music awards, the same thing. I feel like big community events,
Yeah, cool. Well, let's roll it and see. I'm going to roll the whole thing here. So
sure. I'm just playing guitar, no singing on this one.
Okay, cool.
Oh, my dad did sound. This is my dad.
Take one.
Oh, nice.
There you go, downtown Edmonton. That's pretty fun. Are you there? Are you there, Dune? Okay, all black screen on me. Oh, we lost him.
See you, Adam. So just hang on there. Let me just work this here. So there we go. I'm going to play that again. Actually, Adam, you ready to join us again here? Could you flip your thing to landscape again for me? That'd be cool. And perfect. You'll. There you go. You have been banished for a minute by the internet gods.
No, I don't know what that was about. But that's great. I think the video played. It looked like it played. So
I'm going to start it over here now that you're back. So now that you're back, I'm going to just take my video out here. I'm going to continue on that. Let me just see here. Edmonton Music Award here. I'm going to go ahead and cue it up. Tell us about this clip here. It looks like
which one?
It says what is it? Edmonton Music Awards opening.
Oh, is it the one with Crystal in the foreground, the girl?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really cool. We did that in a photo studio, all on green screen, and then I went and shot some street scenes, and we put them all in, and we made everybody. So they're all dancing in weird spots in town. You'll recognize some people in there, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share it here, and we'll see how that will translate. I believe this is the one here, and
yeah.
Very, very cool. So that was 2017 Edmonton Music Awards. Yeah, I'm sure you've done a few different years of the Edmonton Music Awards and whatnot.
Yeah,
in terms of,
I don't know how long it's been. I want to say 10 years. I think
Oh,
I want
wow.
to say 10 years.
10 years. So
Yeah.
you must be doing something right over there with them.
Well, I'm helping out, I guess. Everybody is. I think that's a completely volunteer situation at the Edmonton Music Awards every year. And so they do an amazing job for what it is. And I want to say, I wish it was on TV. I think it's good enough to put it all on TV, the whole thing. Everyone comes out. People perform one song at a time, you know.
Yeah.
And they just kill it every year. What an amazing production. I think everyone should go see it. In terms of
Yeah.
an awards show, amazing awards show. So
Yeah, I have some questions for you, but before we go there, my friend, let's sort of comb through this video collection that you sent on this playlist that you delightfully called Dune Show here. So we showed Limbo demo, right?
Yep.
So he's a memory question, a testing question for our guests. So that would be the sort of demo of your work and your business and your editing services. And then we saw the awesome Audrey, is it? How do you pronounce the last name? Ochoa, and at the Yardbird with her band there, and we just seen this EIF sponsor reel of you doing this thing. We did that thing here.
Yep.
Have we looked at this to 2016?
Yeah. I think there's just a couple of commercials there that I've done. There's one for the Edmonton Electronics Recycling, I believe, or Alberta Recycling. I thought that was a cool one. Michael Ham directed that. They built a little radio controlled television set, and they got horses and cowboys and all sorts of stuff. I thought that was great.
Which one is that?
That's the one with the horse and the TV there.
Oh, cool! That's
pretty fun.
I'm gonna play that.
So I edited that. That's way back, but really great commercial director here. Probably one of his best spots. I really love that spot.
Do you know of a commercial called the Herding Cats commercial from?
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, but you know the one I'm talking about. From,
I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah. So anyway, let me just go ahead and hit play here, and we'll enjoy it together. And here it is. And all right.
It started. Folks across Alberta are rounding up old TVs and computers and bringing them in to be recycled. Now, instead of filling the grounds full of lead and other foul things, they'll be turned into new opportunities and new hope for the environment. Ain't it just like Albertans to turn nothing much into something special? Visit albertarecycling.com to find the E-Roundup Center nearest you.
You need to do one, but about guitars. So replace all the computers with guitars. Now you're gonna have to be sensitive about which guitar you put in that collection, right?
Right.
People might get offended, my friend.
Yeah, and then I don't know. There's another one there for West Edmonton Mall. That's another one I liked. That was really fun. That was more about the editing, although they played this on and on. This one.
Okay, cool.
Bring back those summer vibes, get together for good times, leave your troubles all behind, 'cause it's another summertime. Bring back those summer vibes, get together for good times, leave your troubles all behind, 'cause it's another summertime. Bring back those summer vibes.
Stay and play at West Edmonton Mall. Plan your summer vacation at wem.ca.
Bring back those summer vibes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
We got the dancing and the crazy logo and all that stuff. And then I don't know, if you go to the next page there, I've got my old demo reel. You could see maybe a bit more. That would be I think if you go all the way to the bottom there, Dune.
Yeah.
And just hit next.
I need to do this because what happened is after a while it forgets where it's at, and I might have to.
But there's one last video on there that would just be a bit more of my previous editing reel, which is also really cool. And maybe I can leave you with that. That's sort of my company and what I do.
Is this one here or
no? Just hit the next button at the bottom there.
Yeah.
There. You can't find it.
It was there before, so let me just do it again here. You have given me the power. So here we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my old demo reel there. And again, it's sort of maybe a little bit more music video based. I haven't played you a whole bunch of music videos. I've also done a lot of music videos and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, so this is what I do. I edit, and there's some editing in this one. So
there we go. Let's play.
To live, let's do it big and bold. They say that Playboy's 50 greatest stories ever told. This is the introduction part, and there's no interruptions. About to go in till I get it in, but just can't stop, won't stop. I want abundance, I want it all the way. Don't break me off or cut me short. I play the game to win, I MVP in all the sports. My dedication has improved all of my revelations. I beat the odds in life, so every day's a celebration. There is no power struggle. I am the one and only. This is my island. I'm the king. You can't take nothing.
Very cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dune. Thanks for letting me share all that. It's really great.
Yeah, I'd be happy to share more videos, my friend. But then at some point, when we're done with videos, I have some questions for you because we want our viewers to hear more from you. I know you said you had about 15 minutes, but maybe we are. I'm going to call them Vietnamese minutes, if you know what I mean. One of the things
I don't
that
have to show you there, Dune, but
no, but we want to hear from you, my friend. So we're going to actually talk.
Okay, I'm good. That sounds good. Yeah.
So tell us, Adam. Obviously, a long history. Now, tell me, actually, when did you start video editing? When did you realize that you're going to make this a career?
I've started working full time as a video editor in, I want to say, 2002.
Okay.
Maybe even earlier. Like when I started making a living at it.
Okay.
And so, but I've been editing since high school, basically.
Right. Okay.
And so, yeah, I ended up getting a couple of jobs. I worked at Dynacore Media Group for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and I worked at a place called Art House Productions.
Yeah.
And I worked with this guy named Scott Parker at Picture Engine. He's still editing.
Yeah.
Amazing. He's got to be the best editor I know.
You see.
And then I started Limbo, and I haven't. That's all I've been doing. That's my whole career basically has been as an editor and a filmmaker. And
yeah, let me point out something here our viewers may not have noticed. They have now seen probably 60 some interviews now of various guests that I had on, musicians and, leadership speaker, you name it, right? Consultants,
Mm-hmm.
coaches, whatever. And nobody have done this. Nobody have done what you're doing right now. You know what it is?
How do you mean in terms of?
Everybody that I ever had on the show look head on at me. You are like the producer looking, like that angle of a filmmaker. You know what I mean? This is like the, So you are out of the box, my friend. You are way out of the box.
Is it weird? I mean, I can look right at you. But,
No. Let's not spoil it now. But I'm just kidding when I said that. No, very cool. We get the side. This is again. I say that the Quentin Tarantino have to kind of be on the lookout for you there, my friend, around the corner. Who knows? Right?
Funny.
Yeah. So tell us in terms of sounds like video editing has always been a passion and interest, and you did it for free, and you just love doing it. And then one day worked out things that you got paid early on in your career. And did you go through some training? Did you do some training education?
I did. I went to NAIT, but I would say I didn't learn how to edit there. But I want to say that it's just like you, where music was my first love, and I had a kid when I was fairly young,
mm-hmm.
and I needed to make some money, and music wasn't going to do it, and yet video and editing, it's all related. And that's probably why I am a good editor, is because I'm a musician first. I want to say most of it has to do with audio and rhythm and understanding all of that. And it's like a whole language,
Performance and show business doesn't hurt either.
Sure, but it's all the same. It's all related.
Exactly.
And so I think that the more you can learn about the various things, the more complex you're going to be as an artist and as and somebody who helps a lot of artists. Man, the number of people I've helped make their movies or bring their vision to life when they don't quite know what it is, or trying to figure out a method to bring it out.
Yeah. In other words, you are really an entertainment guy, not a video editing guy, not a musician guy, not a guitarist guy. You're an entertainment guy, my friend.
Well,
is that right?
I guess so. That's what it's becoming. I didn't know. It sort of sneaks up on you,
There you go. One day it's like, what are you about, Mr. Adam Kidd? You say, I guess I entertain people. That's what I do. And all the things that I do is about the entertainment value.
Thanks, man. Yeah, well, I do like creating. It's an experience, and keeping people engaged. I think that's the job of an editor, is to hide in the background and keep people engaged.
Yeah, and in fact, the word experience is such a powerful word for the age that we live in. Long gone are the days of quote unquote information. Frankly, information is just over abundantly everywhere. It's almost like drinking from a fire hose. And so when I'm in the training business and I'm in the speaking business, we talk a whole lot about creating an experience that matters, because really the day, 100 years ago, 50 years ago, or even 30 years ago, if you have some good information, you were awesome because they could not find that information. Now, frankly, the information that you have could be found on the web at the comfort of their own home, on their phone and whatnot. So it's it's less about the information, it's more about the experience, because people gets moved to action based on the experience that they have, right? So you're in that
Yes.
right in the middle of
The
that.
emotion. It's the emotional experience. I think people discount a lot of emotion, and I think that's a lot of what's happening here. If you look around and you understand why there's a lot of disruption going on in the world right now, I think it's because people are, it's not black and white, and I think it's about feelings.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. So as an educator, I'm very aware of the fact that we are winding down to the time where education got to really, really focus more on the experience and not just information delivery. If we're stuck in the information delivery, we're going to be extinct by the way of the dinosaur there. We need to really be, creating, and again, so we go back to all of the sudden, whether it's filmmakers, whether it's the editing work that you do, is dare I say, edutainment, because you are, entertaining while you, because how many of us remember a time where we learn a valuable lesson that really resonate, that change our behavior from watching a movie,
Yeah, that's interesting. I agree with you. I think that educational content definitely can be entertaining. I've done a few things like that where it is about the feelings. We did some education about, there's some weird ones, I know it's a bizarre one, but we did some education about prostitution in hotels. I know that's a fairly heavy thing, but it's about getting to people's emotions to understand why they should be concerned about these things. And you certainly can get through to people with an emotional story. Absolutely.
You bet. Let me swap the video order so that you're looking at me on the screen here. I
see,
accidentally hit. Oh, you know what? This is a bonus. This is bonus. Turn the other way. Turn the other cheek, my friend. Turn the other cheek. I read that somewhere. I don't know where it was.
Now I'm looking at you over here. I got a bigger dimple on this side.
No, I could have swapped it electronically, but you are old school. You want to do it the analog way. That's okay too. That's
funny. Yeah. There you go.
So let me ask you this: out of all the work, is there one story that's top of mind that you want to share? An interesting story, a funny story, even a painful story that sort of that sticks out of your career and all of that you've done there?
I don't know. There's a lot of them, Dune. I don't know that there's one that stands out. I just say that they're all so different. And I really enjoy helping, especially documentary filmmakers, make their movies, because I think that's the ultimate challenge as an editor. I think is documentary for sure, because there is no script usually. Maybe there is, but really that's where it's at for me.
Documentary.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard, and also really satisfying. It's about real people most often. It's not just a fantasy, And so I really enjoy that, helping people tell their story. I think I will say that one documentary that really did stand out was Soul on Ice. We didn't see that today, but it was my friend Kwame Dimon Mason. He actually just started a podcast that is now, I believe, sanctioned by the NHL.
Oh, nice.
We made a movie, and he told the story of the history of black hockey players in the NHL. And it was a really, really great project. We did some amazing art for it, and just the energy behind that project and how it turned out. It turned out so great.
Did you happen to send that clip to me, my friend?
I didn't. He does have a website for that movie, though. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, well, I have the technology to pull it up if you tell me the address. But while you're doing that, let me just say to our viewers here, what I've been hearing from Adam Kidd today, Mr. Kidd, is that he really followed his passion early on. And when life sort of gives him the sort of the veering off to having a family and having to feed a family and having to take care of a family, he found a way around it, rather than full-time musician committed to being a rock star, he went into editing, which really is again in that entertainment kind of space, and continue that entertainment space, developed to a point where in the last number of years been able to have more freedom of time and be able to spend with music and bring the music into the entertainment and entertainment into the music. And so you've been able to kind of have your cake and eat it too there. Have you found the site yet, my friend?
I did. I messaged it to you there.
Wonderful. So go ahead and talk about it while I pull it up.
just so that one again is this documentary. I didn't actually cut the trailer, but I cut the movie. And really well done. Again, my friend Kwame has a new podcast you should check out. That's by the same name. And they're really successful. And I hope, man, I hope it goes really well, because I think great experience making that movie. So
I'm still awestruck that I'm talking to somebody who used the word "cut the movie," "cut the clip," just roll off the tongue there. No big deal.
Well, you don't do them all at once, right? It's one project at a time. So.
There you go. Let's have a watch here. So we're gonna do that. Tell me if you can hear the sound.
Yep.
The black men of the community could not play hockey with the white hockey teams in the area. They were just segregated.
Did I mute the sound? Or?
We've got some season ticket holders that are complaining about bringing you here.
I had to enter everything.
Something's not quite right. Give me a second here, because I
am
not
fine over here.
Yeah, I'm not hearing the sound. So let me just in case our viewers are experiencing the same thing that you do. So I'm just going to start over here. And in terms of the video, let's just start over just to make sure here. And the audio is up high. That's good. Go ahead and hit play.
The black men of the community could not play hockey with the
I
white
know what
hockey
it is,
teams.
my friend. So give me a second. I will fix that. Give me a second. Check. Oh, that's okay. I'm just going to hit play and check that our viewers can hear it.
The black men of the community could not play hockey with the white hockey teams in the area. They were just segregated.
We've got some season ticket holders that are complaining about bringing you here.
I had to enter everything. All the name calling, the N-word, I heard it all.
He got death threats. You're playing the white man's game.
You know that you can compete with the best, but you're the wrong color.
For 12 years, we've been coming to hockey, and he's only the second one we've ever seen.
Was there a discrimination issue, or was it simply a fact that he was too proud to go to the minor leagues? And you can find good arguments on both sides.
There was racial slurs coming from every corner.
The only way to get back at him is to win.
Race, like so many other things, serve as a distraction. And the minute you allow it to distract you, you'll never reach your destination.
It doesn't matter what color you are. If you want to do something, you go and do it. And don't let anybody tell you you can't do that.
Why wouldn't you play basketball, or why wouldn't you play football? And I'm like, why can't I play hockey? What's wrong with it?
And when we make it, we gon' put our soul on ice. Cause when they doubted us,
I didn't realize that at that time that I had broke barriers and opened doors.
they tried to get rid of us, but they need us.
Our job is to keep building. You got guys like Wayne Simmons and Chris Stewart and PK.
You need me. You double up when our numbers come through the TV. Soul on ice. I'ma put my soul on ice. Nice.
He had a dream to be a hockey player. He wasn't going to let anybody take that away from him.
They made it so much easier for us to come up and to play and to not think about color as a factor. And, it's just based on our skill and not on our color.
Hockey's given me so many opportunities, and the only reason why I even have that opportunity is because of them.
Nice.
You owe it to yourself if you're playing a sport to know your history. Especially if you're black.
There you go. So that's Soul on Ice.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I was going to say, if this was an old movie, typical ones would be, 90 minutes. Some of the new movies, they're like 3 hours. Some of my sons watch some of these movies and say, how long is it? Well, it's long enough to have an intermission, some of these movies that my kids are watching these days.
Well, some of the series are almost like the giant movies too,
Yeah.
They just keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's let's hear from you to kind of wrap up our conversation here. Thank you so much for the time that you spent so far. And as we wrap up here, was there anything that you want to share with our viewers that we haven't had a chance to do so, my friend?
No, I don't know. I guess I just, I think I've been getting a lot of requests about people trying to do more things online instead of performing live, especially musicians, right? It seems to be a thing. And I don't know, it's a really tough one. You know, the theater people are in the same boat. And I just, I hope we can figure something out. I think being outside is a really great thing, and I'm happy we can do it right now. But the winter time's coming, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I encourage people to get online. I really like this live interaction bit where people can type and you can see it in real time. I think that the more we can bring in that kind of a thing, the better. But
my vote is what's being referred to in the event industry as blended events. Blended events is going to be, in my opinion, a great opportunity. Now, we've seen it done before. If you ever watch David Letterman, that's a blended event. David Letterman, there's a bunch of people in the studio audience, but there's a big, the world is watching, right? So that's an example of a blended, right?
That's a good idea, because then there can be a smaller audience and people can give back to the people who are performing.
Exactly.
I like that idea. That's interesting, because otherwise, then it doesn't feel so weird when you're watching it either.
Exactly. So I see, here's the thing. This is not anything new. We've participated in blended events for decades, but it took a lot of money and a lot of people to make it happen. The likes of David Letterman, the likes of, name your show that you watch. It's always, with the live studio audience and with the rest of the world watching, however they manage that. With technology, we can actually do that without having a David Letterman kind of a crew, without having it being CBS or whatever it is. And we can do it to, more accessible, right? And so really, it's actually repeating the same formula that's proven, but now, you can do it yourself more, perhaps.
Yeah. This technology like we're doing right now, it's incredible that it's, I think, and also it's been good that people are using it, and so they're getting used to it and those ideas. But anyway, I guess I'm a little bit concerned, and I hope that we find a way to continue to share art that isn't so impersonal,
Yeah, you bet. Yeah. We will find our way through this, my friend. And thank you for being part of the crew that, bring the past into the future here as we chart into the unknown territories here.
Yeah. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah. So this is what I'm going to do, my friend. This is what I'm going to do. You have as much time as you want. Take us out. I'm going to be quiet.
Oh, man. Thank you for having me, Dune. It's great. And to all those out there, if you need to talk about your video, or if you you're interested in editing or whatever, I'm always around to have a chat. So yeah, thanks again for having me. That's great, and for allowing me to share some of my work, because it's one thing to put it up on a website, but it's another to talk to somebody about it and really share what I do. So
wonderful. Thank you again, Mr. Adam Kidd, for joining us for an hour and a bit here, and to the folks for watching now and later in the replay. Take good care of yourself, folks, and take good care of one another. And until we meet again, have yourself a wonderful rest of your day. Mr. Adam Kidd, I will chat with you in the green room, and we'll maybe break a glass of water or whatever before we adjourn here and get back to our business. And so thank you so much again, Adam Kidd.
All right. Thanks, dude.
Thanks.